It's Christmas time. It's actually Christmas Eve. I mentioned it in the last video as well. This is how I spend my Christmas. Unreal Engine. Woo! It's actually quite fun. I love this program. So this is my preferred Christmas, I promise. So it also happens to be a perfect time where like my friends that I live with are obviously out of town. So that gives me a bunch of time to record Unreal videos. So that's what we're gonna do today. I already did one. This is the second one. We're gonna try to make a few more and see how far we can get this project going. Anyway, let's just jump straight into it. In the last video we set up some impact particles. I forgot to check if it's replicating, so let's go here and have a look. I'm pretty sure it does, but yeah, that doesn't really work in windowed mode. That's working though. We can see our character in the side. Let's shoot. Bam, 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 bam. Seems to be replicating. So yeah, shoot whatever surfaces you want to do, and it looks good. Looks like everything is replicating, and we are actually getting somewhere. So that's nice. What should we do in this video? And before I forget, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe, because it makes me happy, and I always forget to say that, but we want this channel to get bigger because it's cool, and then yeah, we can keep doing fun tutorials forever. Woo! Should we start doing the AI stuff, or should we do something else? Give me 1 second to think here before we continue. I mean, I thought a little bit, and there's plenty of things we need to do. We need to clean up the inventory a little bit. There's still like a lot of functions that we need to do. We want to be able to check the details of our weapons. We need to fix this one up. We need like some background slots here. We need, yeah, there's plenty of stuff we need. I also want to enable it a little bit more for the controller, because with the controller we can at this point only walk, but we can't really pick up stuff, we can't really aim. So I want to add some controller inputs, and also the reticle is not the best one. We want the reticle to be a little bit more dynamic, that moves a little bit when we move, and maybe we have some kind of hit indication, stuff like that. So that's all stuff that I want to do that we can actually do later. But I feel to get the basic project going, to actually get somewhere, we should probably start with the AI stuff. This is actually fine for now, I think, and then we can just add more details to it later. And I think this is actually how you should work when you do your own project as well. You should not spend too much time cleaning small details to make things look better, because I think it's more important to get your project to like a prototype stage where you can actually test it with other people, so that you can see that the basic gameplay loop is actually fun, and that the basic gameplay loop actually works. And when it does, you can spend a bunch of time like doing small stuff up to make it look a little bit better. That's yeah. But it's all depending on preference, I guess. It's also nice if it looks nice. So yeah. But with that said, let's start setting up the AI. Let's do some zombies. Okay. First of all, go into your master player character. And we have our master AI already. When did I set this one up? What does it contain? Nothing, right? it's it's a child of the, yeah, that's bad. We don't want that at this point because we have different cameras and stuff like that. So where's my game? Did I just close the game? No, okay, yeah, I see. Let's delete this AI. Hopefully I didn't break anything there. It doesn't look like I did. Okay, let's create a new character. Blueprint class, and let's do a character, call it master AI, and in the master AI we need a mesh, and let's just do the mannequin for now. Master SK mannequin is fine, and minus 80, minus 90, and I guess for some reason, wait, I think it's rotated. I'm not sure. It is 270 for some reason. Don't ask me why. Maybe it doesn't matter, but I'm just gonna keep copying. Good. Look, lazy Unreal Engine 5 developers, they don't even have an icon for character movement. Come on. Alright. So here we have our basic AI. Let's do a idle. I guess we could just do the master AI. We could just do the, that should work. Yeah. So here we have our AI. This is our prototype AI, and we want, so let's put him in the world. Yeah, which reminds me, there's actually another surface type that we need, which is flesh, for when we actually fire and hit a person. So this is gonna be our master AI. That's good. So when we shoot, let's see, return value. This should always do, this should always do, this should always do. So that's good. And the impact particles should always fire, because we're always gonna hit something, at least. Unless we fire in the air, but then it's fine. So, from the hit actor, cast to master AI, which is the one we just made. Right. And then just if, let's just print string. So let's just see if that works. Basic. And it does not. And that's because of, let's enable the debug. Oh, I should start with a weapon equip just so we don't have to. Yeah, okay. It doesn't fire, so I guess it's because collision. It is ignoring visibility. So is this one also ignoring visibility? It is. And since we're doing it on the visibility channel, we should just go into the mesh. And this is depending on how you want to do your game, because when we fire, we can either hit the capsule or the actual character mesh. It's going to be more precise if we actually do the character mesh. And I'm not sure about, I don't think this is going to be like a very very weird thing for performance. So I'm just gonna do custom collision on the mesh, and we're not gonna ignore the visibility. We're gonna overlap on the visibility, and that should be fine. And no, I think we actually need to block it. Master AI. And I think we are actually firing. Yeah. Okay. So it's actually hitting at least, so that's good. We should only be able to fire when we actually have a gun equipped, but we can fix that later. So we are hitting the AI now, so that's good. And so there's one thing we could do here. We don't actually need I guess it depends. Like, you could do a surface type for the AI that is actually flesh. The proper thing would probably be to do that, because you might do maybe you have an enemy that is like a huge robot, then you would want that surface type to actually be metal. But you could also just here spawn the impact particle if it's like, okay, if it's an AI we hit, it's just gonna spawn blood. So let me just see about one thing. Alright, so I just imported some stuff. We're gonna set up the AI as I previously said. I'm just gonna make a basic zombie here right now. So I just imported a zombie model, which I already had from Polygon Maker, which is this zombie, which is gonna be doing fine. And to set it up, so you just get your own. I also have some zombie animations. There's plenty on the marketplace, and they're generally pretty cheap. If you just type zombie or whatever and zombie animations, yeah, you get the picture. You can use whatever type of animations, doesn't need to be a zombie either, it could be a person or whatever. I'm just gonna set up a zombie because it feels like a good standard thing to set up. So in our master AI, I'm just gonna add a skeletal mesh component. I don't want to have anything selected, and this is just gonna be basic mesh, and it's gonna be a child of the normal mannequin, and we are gonna make this translucent. What did I call it? Transparent, just so we get rid of it. And you don't need to do it this way. This is just my preferred way of working in this case, because I don't really need to retarget the zombie mesh because it is already using the Unreal Engine default skeleton. So as long as we just set master pose component, as long as we just do this the same way as if this basic mesh would be a chest or whatever, as we did with the items. So the new master component is the mesh, and the basic mesh is just gonna be following the basic mesh or the standard mesh. So now we can actually set this one and realign it to 0, 0, 0, and it should just follow the normal one, as you can see that it's actually doing. So it goes to the idle pose. So there we have our actual zombie, which is good. So we are getting somewhere. And now we have to think, because it's using this master third person animation blueprint, and we already in this master third person animation blueprint, I think we already actually have animation. We have a way to set the animation, right? So in our master AI, we can just keep using this master third person animation blueprint, I think, because then we don't need to create a bunch of different ones. Or do I want a separate one? Actually, I think I want a separate blueprint for the AI, just because we don't need all these, because there's a lot of stuff going on here in the event graph, and all of this is actually taking performance, but we don't really need the rotation lean and stuff like that for the AI, because it's not gonna really matter anyway. So I'm actually gonna, oh sorry, no. So we're just gonna copy this and call it master AI animation blueprint. And we're just gonna, for this one, we're gonna delete everything we don't really need. Speed we need, strafe direction could be nice. Is in here we could do, and yeah, that's fine. Let's rename this character ref. Good. And we want also, I guess, in the animation graph, I don't think we need this. We need the default slot. Don't think we're gonna need this. If we do need these things, like, we're not gonna do recoil and things for this. So this is gonna be a more, this is why we set up two different animation blueprints, because this one is now a little bit more performant. And I mean, movement type, do we even need this? What's it even used for? Normal crushing, yes. I mean, we don't even need this. Let's just do one default. And we don't even need the aim. It's just gonna be the idle run. And that's actually fine. And the base blend paste can be here. So there we go. So this is actually a way more performant animation blueprint now. So we can have more AI and it's not gonna affect performance as much. So that's better. And so let's do a variable. So for the AI, we want to set this up in a modular way later, but just for testing purposes, we will just make it easy now. So on the beginning, we will get we don't really have all those so we will, from the mesh, we will get anim instance, and we will cast to master AI animation blueprint, and we will promote this to a variable, which is gonna be called anim bp ref. Good. And then from here we want to set base blend space, just so we have another one, and we want to create a, because the default blend space, we want to create like a zombie blend space now. That's what we want to do. So for the default blend space, let's see, what do we have as default here? We have this standing relax. No, okay, I'm not sure why. And I'm not really sure where I put my stuff. Blend space unarmed, is this the one that I'm using? The rotation, yeah, I guess so. We can use this one. Be a zombie. Let's call this blend space zombie. And we need to get these zombie animations that I have. So I got these zombie animations, and since it's Unreal Engine 5, we are just gonna take all of them and we are actually gonna duplicate them. We are not gonna just retarget them, we're gonna duplicate them because it seems to be working better with uncheck this show only compatible, and we can get the master player. We're gonna change the folder, and where do I put the, it's here, right? Retargeted animations. We're gonna do AI animations, and we're gonna do a new folder called zombie. And now I'm gonna retarget them there. It's gonna take a little while, and there we go. And let's see, retarget animations, AI animation, zombie, and it didn't work. Why didn't it work? I much prefer Unreal Engine 4, to be honest. Okay, I said it before. I'm gonna stop talking about that. They did go somewhere, I guess. I have no idea where though. Let's just do it again then. Target them all. Duplicate anim assets and retarget. Show only. Get the player. Change the folder. Retargeted animations, AI animations, zombie, okay. Retarget. Assets to engage. Okay, they didn't go to the folder, they went somewhere else. I think no, okay, they went here now, so that's good. File, save all. Okay, so we have some zombie animations there. That's nice. Now in the blend space zombie, we can just, I guess, type zombie. Good. Do we have an idle? Zombie idle. Let's delete these. Oh, let's see how they look. He's a twitchy fucker. Let's just do the normal one. And then zombie walk. That's nice. Let's do another one. It's incredibly slow walks. Maybe even too slow. I do have more animations. In this polygon one that we got before, Okay, let me pause because this is taking a long while just to set up some basic stuff. One more second. All right, there we go. So we now have a zombie idle. We have a zombie walk and a zombie run. So that's good. So this is now our blend space zombie. And I guess I'm gonna move this one into the AI animations as well. I'm just gonna move this in here. There we go. So in our master AI, so now I'm just hard coding the master AI to be a zombie, which I probably shouldn't do, but we can change that later. So now we set the basic blend space, so it's actually a zombie. I think the idle one isn't very zombie-like, so let's see if we can get another one. I think this is better, maybe. Yeah, that's more like a zombie. Sorry if I'm moving faster, I'm just getting a bit stressed because it's already 26 minutes. And it's not working, because that's still the normal one. And it should be this idle one. So master AI, we set the base blend space. Maybe it's just not replicating. No, I think I know why. Because we're not using the exactly. Master AI animation blueprint is the one that we're actually going to use. There we go. Now he is zombie idling. So, all right, that's gonna be it for now. Just to not create too long videos. I think it's nicer when they are a bit shorter and it's easier for you to follow. At least that's the way I remember it when I was starting. So we set up a zombie. In the next video we're gonna set up some movement for him, so he can start by actually patrolling or something. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Let me know in the comments as usual if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.